What's up, guys? I'm Nick from Nick's Reptile World. I'm joined here by Motley, my Argentine black and white Tegu, and we have a couple things that we want to talk about today in this video.
So let's talk about the Argentine black and white Tegu. Now, they're also called Salvatore Mariani. They have the largest body size of any member of the family of the Tiidae, which is a family consisting of 153 species, to include race runners, caiman lizards, and whiptails. Now, these animals will reach about 3.5 to 4 feet for females and 4.5 to 5 feet for males. Tegu's diets vary as for the fact that they're omnivorous predators, so they consume fruit, invertebrates like bugs, small vertebrae like mice and chicks, and eggs, and they also eat carrion as well. Argentine tegus occupy large open wooded areas in their native range of South America. One of very few reptiles that show both exothermic and endothermic body regulation behaviors, meaning that they are exothermic during the warmer seasons and endothermic in the colder seasons, allowing them to basically just roommate in underground caves and burrows when it gets to very low temperatures. In a study done in 2017 by UFL researchers, 12 tegus were tested to see their ability to handle freezing winter temperatures. 9 of the 12 tegus survived overwintering in their outdoor enclosures in the state of Alabama. And this honestly just shows their ability to handle a wide variety of environments. Argentine tegus will defend themselves when threatened by standing erect on all fours and defending themselves with a row of very sharp teeth and strong jaws. Alongside a tail, when used as a whip, can give you one heck of a bruise. However, since they're very docile, solitary species, they don't usually display any of these tendencies once tamed down, which makes them great pets and honestly, at least in terms of larger lizards, almost like a dog. These oviparous egg layers will usually lay a clutch of about 30 eggs. The Argentine black and white tegu can roommate for weeks or even months during the colder temperatures of the year, as we had discussed earlier. Now, due to their large size and rapid size gain as they develop to adulthood, these animals will need a wide variety of different enclosures. So let's dive into that. For babies, I recommend a 4x2x2. For a juvenile, I recommend a 6x4x2, and for an adult, I recommend a minimum of 8x4x4. But ideally, you're gonna want to give them as much space as possible because these are very large and sometimes very active animals, so they need the space to stay healthy and thrive. Although I'm not entirely opposed to house training reptiles, I will tell you it is not what's best for your animal's health to have them roaming around your house 24/7, unless your house is constantly as humid as and hot as a rainforest in South America. You know, this is something that those TikTokers with, obese house trained tegus, never have. And this can lead to a lot of issues. So just keep that in mind. You don't want to leave them out in your house roaming 24/7. Yes, you should take them out of their enclosure and interact with them, but not 24/7. Alright, heating and humidity for your Argentine tegu should be as follows. You ideally want a basking spot of about 100 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit, and then an ambient temperature of about 75 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. You're going to need a 5.0 UVB bulb and a 100 to 150 watt basking bulb should work, depending on the distance to the basking area. Underbelly heaters, they can be useful since these animals do burrow often. However, it's not necessary to have one if you have a heat bulb. Humidity should be between 70 to 80% at all times. For a substrate, I suggest you do something loose and able to easily retain moisture, such as either a cocoa fiber or a peat moss mix. or coconut husk will do as well. You should always provide your tegus with at least two places for them to hide. However, if they can burrow into their substrate, they will most likely never use or hide it like Motley. He honestly, he spends more time burrowing under the substrate than he does actually laying underneath his hide. Although they, maybe terrestrial reptiles give them climbing spaces.
So here is a look at the walk-in enclosure. Now I have Motley in this 10 by 8 by 12 enclosure. Well, not really 12, it's more like about 4 feet up to here. But this is the enclosure that I have for him. I have not completely finished this top portion, but I inserted these little boards to make sure that he couldn't climb over this. So for the time being, this is Motley's setup. I like to spoil my animals, I like to give them as much space as I can. If you guys want to build your own enclosure, it's very easy. There's multiple guides out there that you can follow that kind of give you a general guideline. I literally had no idea what I was doing and I just put this together. I'm not a carpenter or anything, but I think it came out pretty nicely. You guys can go online, you can buy enclosures that are good enough for tegus, that either your 8 by 4 by 4s. Those do pretty well for a single adult tegu, but if you're gonna go for more than one tegu, wink wink nudge nudge, I would suggest you do something like this, like a 10-foot long, 8-foot wide, and then 4-foot high. That's definitely a lot of space for one tegu. Not too much, not too little, just right. But yeah, he's just kind of, yeah. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was informative, and I hope that you guys make the right decision as to whether or not a tegu is a great pet for you. Nova, get out of here. Alright, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.